Steve.
Sabrina. Tune in every Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Baltimore Public Radio on Power 4.4 Radio.
Yo, it's your boy Coupe. Make sure y'all tune in to Power 4.4 every Saturday, 7 through 9 in the spotlight with the Baltimore Paparazzi. You dig?
Yeah.
And it is your girl Lisa, the Baltimore Paparazzi, in the spotlight, Power 4.4.
Yeah.
We started a little late, but you know that's how I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't want to start the show till 3D got here.
I thought y'all would have something rolling for me, like some nigga guy him out there. I mean.
No, we gonna wait because this is monumental to me.
Yeah, definitely be touching new ground with this. Breaking dirt.
Man, so I'm trying to post the link on Baltimore Paparazzi page for the stream. And you know, I'm trying to do two things at once, and sometimes it don't work out that way.
Yeah, he says working.
Right.
Better than doing nothing.
Right. So, yeah, like I said, excuse me.
Oh shit! I should have put a mask on. Oh, we can't cuss in here, can I? Can't cuss on.
No, you're not supposed to.
Okay.
You know, everything's gotta be clean
Okay.
per management.
I'm one down. Sorry.
Look, sometimes Antoine be like, "Go ahead, say it. Just go ahead and say it."
Just say that mother.
Right. So, yeah. So 3D hit me up and was like, "When am I getting my interview?"
Yep.
I said, "All right, we're gonna do it on the 14th because last week was my birthday."
Hey, happy birthday, happy belated.
Yeah.
On air.
Yeah,
Did you do your show last week while you was on here?
No, I went to a show. I went to 8x10.
Okay.
Had 4 drinks and got in the car and was like, "Oh, I'm drunk." Whew. Had a hell of a hangover the next day at work too. You know, right?
I know how that be.
Oh no. So yeah, so I had to get 3D in here because that way he'd leave me the hell alone.
Yeah. You know, I used to bother her on her show. She had a show at our radio station, so
that's why I was telling Antoine off air. I said anybody didn't know me and 3D. If they seen us interact, they'd be like, y'all don't like each other? No, not at all.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, no, it was nothing but love, always love. So I was thinking today. Or I was thinking about this show. You know, I don't write no questions down no more. That was been long gone. That was the small room gone.
Oh, so you're freestyling now, huh?
I've been freestyling. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Remember the small radio room?
Yeah.
That was the last time I did any kind of writing of any questions, except for my interview with Scar Akbar.
Yeah.
I had to write
Scar,
questions.
shout out Scar.
I had to write them down. Whew. I didn't want to miss anything. But so I was thinking today. I was like, man, when did I even meet you? Like, when was that? Like, how was that?
It just came. That's kind of like came about. You know what I mean? I think I met you at a show, and like I seen like everybody's down the 5 seasons. You know what I mean? Showing you love, and you taking pictures and supporting and things like that. You know, pretty much the same story for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Trying to remember, right? It's his story too, also.
Yeah,
his
was the Crown Awards at Soundstage.
Okay, yeah.
You know, who is this white lady? You know, that's always the question.
Yeah, that kind of had me intrigued a little bit. I'm like, yeah, it's like I see you taking pictures and like you know, like nobody's kind of like, you know, saying like they paying you or anything like that. You know what I mean? It was just support. It was love. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, just I like people that support. You know what I mean? And I really appreciate those people because they're important in the culture. You know what I mean? To push it forward, you know what I mean, to help give some light to the people that's, you know, working hard and things like that.
Yeah, because, you know, loyalty's hard to come by.
Oh, boy. Looking at one of the last of the Mohicans. Yeah, so, just kind of.
But yeah, I was trying to remember. It's because it like with a lot of people that I met in this scene, it's been the same thing. Like, I'll sit back and be like, it's like we were just there. Like, all of a sudden we were just there. And you know, like I remember Skipper doing the radio shows at the place over west, that little place.
Oh, that bar we
Red
had
bar,
over west, Red Door West.
Yeah, and me going over there, and getting people their first interviews. You know, if I really put out what I have done for artists, it'd be a long list. And I don't even realize it sometimes.
Or try to take the credit for it because it's not for you. You know,
right.
You're the type of person that don't feel like you want to, like put that out there for like you want to get credit for. You did it for love, you know what I mean? And you have, and that's a great feeling though. When you put somebody on like the first radio interview, their first studio, their first video, that means a lot to you. I mean, like, you help somebody and they really appreciate it, you know what I mean? And they making progress and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm gonna take 2 cuss words right now. I'm gonna set cuss words. Exactly that, so I can let them know where to bleep it out. But yeah, I mean, it means a lot. I mean, like, it's a good feeling. It's
because I know with you, like I said, I was thinking all day while I was at work. I had to be in rooms today, and it was. But I was just like, and then on my drive home, I did not want to be in rooms today. I was supposed to be in laundry. I'm trying to take it easy.
You take a black light in there? Take a black light in there, bro.
Boy, shut up. See, here we go. He's starting again.
Okay.
See. So anyway, I do miss that though.
Yeah, it's early. We got plenty
right. I'm telling you. Oh my God.
Jacket on, man. Just starting to get warmed
If anybody, I'm telling you, you could probably go to any of the old interviews from when I was at Hard Body Radio, and 3D would come in and just start talking and be like, I'm in the middle of an interview. You want to come in here and start having conversations?
Can't really start getting these drinks.
He would like, look, he'd be like, come on, drink with me, Lisa. I'm like, oh, come on. It was always Jose. And then the one night we were still in the little room, and that was the night we was that fashion show at G10.
Yeah, I remember.
And then I had to leave there and go and had
another show too.
Well, I had to do my radio show, and that was Jay and Queen Fiend and Blizz and Taz, and here he come with the Henny. I was already drunk off the jar drinks. Yeah, give me a shot. Yeah.
The one night, she usually don't be taking the Henny like that sometimes, but that night she was all about it.
Right. I was like, yeah, sure. We got some good memories, I'm telling you.
Yes, indeed.
So, but I was thinking, like I said, I was thinking about when, how did we even meet? How did it all? And I couldn't for the life of me. I don't even know. It was just like, boom, we're there.
I can't really, like,
right.
100%
I can't
remember myself. I just feel like it was at the 5 Seasons around that time, you know what I mean? And, just me just gradually, just talking and speaking, and then, seeing you more often and things like that, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and then Skip, like same thing with Skip. I don't remember like how that all, Skip was there. I remember my very first showcase, Skip was there with the camera, and he was doing interviews at my very first showcase, and it was like, who?
I think I'm 3. That was like 2.5.
But like Skip, like I said, Skip's always been there too. So when we were at Red Door, and because you were there, it was like, because sometimes you weren't there, but it was Skip, but you were there. I think you were recording the interviews. Yeah. And I said something about me doing a radio show, and Skip was like, "Come do a radio show with us." And that was like, what, 3 or 4 years before I actually did my first radio show, because I didn't want to just jump into it. I had it planned out. When I came to 3D about my radio show,
I've been stalking you for a minute about doing a radio show.
Yeah. And 3D was like, I said, what I gotta do to do a radio show? He said, come up with a name. I said, In the Spotlight. Well, okay, when you want to start? And I was like, I think it was like September something. And he was like, oh, well, okay. And then that was just it. It was on, and he was just gone. 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 But for me, watching you grow, not only as an artist, but a videographer, running the studio, running the radio show, the radio station, and all that. Like, it was just like, I knew it wasn't like instantaneous, but for me to see it was like 1 minute you were this artist, You know, you were an
Yeah.
artist. You were rapping. You was on stage and da da da. And then like all of a sudden, okay, well we're gonna do some videos. Okay, well we're gonna go and we're gonna open up the station and we're gonna put a studio in the back, and then we're gonna put another studio, and we're gonna have 2 running studios
Right.
and a radio station. And I was just like, and doing it doing it by yourself. You know what I mean? Because Skip was off doing what he was doing, you know, living, you know, taking care of his kids and living his life.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of stepped back in every now and again,
Right.
you know, and then he stepped back, you know, take a step back again. And then, you know, then he started doing his own podcast,
Right.
you know,
Right.
but it was still just 3D.
Right, holding it down. And the name is Skip. 'Cause Skip, I mean, like, yeah, I did this shit before. I mean, I'm sorry. I did, you know, I did it because, you know what I mean, I really love the idea of Hardbody Radio and what it gave me, you know what I mean?
Right.
As an artist, my first time getting an interview, it meant so much to me. It was so monumental. It was so groundbreaking for somebody, you know, that came where I came from. Like, yo, I was on the radio, even though I know it was 92Q, you know what I mean? It was,
Right, but
it was like, yo, I'm on the radio, you know what I mean? And then it was just, at that point from there, it was just like, you know, helping out, you know what I mean, and just supporting them, you know what I mean? Then Skip, you know, he recognized him, and also Greg Bugsy, you know what I mean? They recognized, you know what I mean, like, you know, my gift for it, you know what I mean, and my passion for it also, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that's kind of how I got into it, you know what I mean? Also Zeg too, you know what I mean? Shout out Zeg. You know what I mean? Everybody that, you know, that recognize like my passion for it, my support, I mean, that I have for, you know, getting artists, you know, on there, and making sure that they're getting heard, you know what I mean? It's a good feeling, you know what I mean? It's like a high, it's like an adrenaline rush, you know what I mean? For somebody's first radio interview, or just to support somebody who's not getting that, you know, that promo or that credibility or that look like, you know, other people are getting.
Right. You know, and then like I said, like you started doing videos, and like it was, I guess because I was there and I seen, you know, you start shooting videos and then you start learning how to do the different effects, and you were doing all this stuff. Nobody was like, you weren't going to school learning how to do this. You were just kind of like learning on your own.
Yes.
And trying, you know, not only for you and the guys that were around you, you know, like your homeboys that were, you know, that you were, but you started doing for other artists,
Absolutely.
you know, and not trying to rape pockets.
Right. I mean, that's the thing, yo. I think sometimes that's what's holding me back. Like, I'm doing good. Like, let's get that. Just go get that messed up for a second. I mean, like, I'm doing good. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm still gonna work toward doing better also. But you know, like, I was always just trying to, you know, show love, and you know what I mean. And I feel like sometimes that's what hold me back sometimes from being where I really, really could be at, because of my loyalty. You know what I mean? Because of my rationality, my fairness. You know what I mean? And my logic. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I sleep good at night knowing that I do the right thing and try to, you know what I mean, look out for artists. And a lot of people won't even tell you stuff for free.
Right.
They want you to consult with them and tell you some free stuff they could have just easily text or emailed or just told you, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I just feel like I just didn't want to be that type of character to get somebody, you know what I mean, in this city, this crazy city, a chance, you know what I mean? And I feel like I had my hand in helping, you know, move
Right.
more and more hip hop forward, you know what I mean? So
Right, because even though the station, you know, even though the station's been down for what, 2 years?
It's been about a year and a half almost.
No, it's
it's going a year. Actually, about a year and a half almost, because we closed last year at September. It's gonna be probably around like September, August.
It's been longer than that.
I don't feel like it, don't
It's been longer
it?
than
feel
that.
like it, but it's been about since like last year, around September time when I closed the building up. So
Yeah, but
yeah, it feels longer than that.
yeah, because but you know, but you still maintain that Hard Body Radio,
The name,
the promo stuff on IG.
Yes.
You know, I've seen because I'm still attached to the page as one of the admins.
Oh yeah, I know. We ain't kicked you yet.
And
no,
student, and if
hear it all, but you know.
and if I do get kicked, yeah, I'm kicking too. No, but I've seen people still hitting up the page, you know, and asking, you know, in the inbox and stuff. I don't answer none of them questions because I can't do that. I don't know, because I don't know exactly what all you've got going on. We've talked a couple of times.
Yeah, I've been actually for as far as the radio, like I kind of keep up with it right nowadays. I'm actually getting ready, you know, to revamp and try to look for a place to actually start doing the station from again, whether that be rent somewhere or just, you know, find somebody who has a space that I can just make sure we do it from. Maybe those shows that we have going on. But
Right.
basically, I've been doing construction lately, and
Yeah, you've been living your life.
Take care of my kids, you know what I mean, and you know, I got a relationship now, you know what I mean, and you know, this company's a lot, you know what I mean, and so I just try to make sure I do that, you know what I mean.
I miss my girls.
I'm sure they miss you, they miss you too.
Miss my girls every
You and your
Saturday.
candy, you bring them candy all the time.
I brought, see?
They remember Miss Lisa.
Right, of course. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, I've been doing that, but I'm definitely trying to get in gear to really, you know, to come back and do some, have a station again, you know. But I see a lot of people out here doing it now, you know what I mean? That,
Yeah.
You know, that we've inspired or, you know, we've helped and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And I'm good with that, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Because what I'm doing right now is making way more money than a radio show or what a rap show would do for me. So
Right. Because, you know, like I said,
first things first.
you know, like I said, when you come from, you know, wearing many hats, it can be overwhelming. And
Definitely. Yeah, I wanted to take a break. That's kind of how I felt. You know what I mean, when the break came from like me time for the renew the lease, I was like, you know what, I can get another spot anytime. And then, you know what I mean, I went on break and then, you know, had some things that went on in between that break. You know what I mean, and you know that wasn't really according to plan. You know what I mean, so I kind of rolled with those punches, try to, you know, get those things resolved and, you know, make those things dissipate. But you don't get a word, baby, dissipate. Fucking dissipate.
I guess that's a key word or something.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
All
a key.
right, yeah.
That's a key word.
That was an iceberg right there. But so I went through some things, you know what I mean, in that time, you know what I mean, and just trying to get, you know, the money back right, you know what I mean, which is, you know, just for that, you know what I mean, because money, when you have a construction company and, you know, you got bills and, you know, been living like the way I've been living for years and shit like that, you know what I mean, you have to make sure that's right first and foremost, you know what I mean,
Right.
and it's a lot with that construction company stuff, you know what I mean, for the job that you got, you know, to put up the money for and things like that, so.
Yeah, I
Just trying to make
seen
sure I get that right first before I jump back anything else.
I
First thing
seen
first.
on I think it was one of your stories, because I'll be going through your stories sometimes. I'll be like, what is he talking about?
Yep.
And I think it was like, I don't know if it was a story, if it was just a picture where you had wrote the words. It was something about when he used to be your boss and now he works for you or something like that.
Yeah. It was this guy I used to work for. Like I used to work for him, his dad's company, something like that. They was partners, and it was a masonry company where they do like brick and block work. And I used to work for him and his dad. You know what I mean? And now like I went to go work for him down DC for like a little small job for like 3 days. And then like one of the GCs, the general contractor, came up to me, was like, "Hey, can you guys do this such work?" I said, "I ain't doing like brick and block work already. Can you guys maybe do this for us?" And instead of him, I told him about it, and I was like, "Yo, you want to do this job together?" He's like, "You know what? You can run that job. You get that job." So I wound up getting that job myself, and I had him working for me. I hired him to do the work, you know what I mean? And I was a laborer, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like I was running the job, so. It's like my first. I got other jobs that I be doing like as partner, but that was my first official job, like really running it by myself and making sure that it got done, and the company was happy about it, and it was motivation for me to move forward, and you know that you stay focused and organized, that you can make a lot of things happen. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised what you can put together as a team. You know what I mean? Working team, rap team, street team, anything of that nature. As long as you got the right energy, the right plan and organization.
As long as you got people who actually want to do the work.
Yeah, absolutely. Some people are about the egos and about seeing themselves up more. You know what I mean? That's a lot of problem that I ran into, you know what I mean, coming up, you know, in this music industry for studio stuff, so as radio, rap and things like that, you know what I mean? Like somebody felt like they was entitled or they were better or they didn't have to do as much as the other person, shit like that, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean,
and that can mess it up, you know what I mean? And that's like, I feel like I don't want to say I wasted my time, because I really appreciate it and I love doing what I was doing for whoever I was doing it for, but you know, after a while you have to make the right decision on, you know, what's more important and what's making the most money, what's lucrative, you know, and what's smart.
And I think that I've like just, I mean, I don't think you ever really stopped rapping, but I've noticed lately there's been, you know, a little bit more videos of you that you've shot or whatever,
Previously.
that you've been posting. So it's like you kind of took a hiatus from just about everything, And then now it's like, oh, now I'm back to rapping. So here you go. Here's a little tidbit for you. Here's a little tidbit for you.
Try to work my way back in a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, I always love music. I'm always going to do music. You know what I mean? But sometimes, you know, first thing comes first. You know what I mean? I got to make sure that my family's good and that I'm focused on what's the best financial decision for me right there at that time. Make sure that stays afloat. You know what I mean? And
do you think that's
come eventually? You know what I mean? But
do you think that's the reason why a lot of like, and I don't mean to say a lot, but it's been a lot of artists that have like kind of fallen to the wayside? You think that's, you know, like that point in your life when you're like, okay,
yeah,
I've got to be, you know, now I've got to, not really that I've got to be a grown up, but now these responsibilities are really like knocking me on my door.
For me, yeah. I mean, to a very substantial degree. But yeah, I feel like it's the same thing for other people, you know, that's doing it also. You know what I mean? Like, you get to the point where you're spending so much money on this stuff. Like, I didn't spend the average money people spend on this stuff.
Right.
I mean, I spent good money and even more important than money was my time, my energy that I spent. You know what I mean? Doing these things. You know what I mean? And I really loved it, but it wasn't making that money that we was looking to make. You know what I mean? After doing it for years, it became a thing that we was passionate about. You know what I mean? And that's just how I've been starting to look at it for the past, you know, year and a half. You know what I mean? 2 years. That this is what I love doing music because I'm a musically inclined person, and I'm gonna continue to do it and put it out because this is what I love to do.
Right.
And if something bites, something slag, then that'll be what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna put a good effort towards it, promoting it. You know what I mean? And try to get it out there as I can. But I'm not gonna bank on that. You know what I mean? So.
Because
you
I think
you have to figure out something that's gonna pay the bills at the end of the day.
Because I think when you had the studio running, the Love Studios,
Boy, making good money.
yeah, because I mean you constantly had people, you know, coming through it. Even as far back as when we were at the up on Maryland.
Red Fox Studios.
Yeah,
Red
and
Fox
I mean,
Loyalty Entertainment Studios.
Yeah, and like I miss that mural.
That was a dope mural though.
I'm glad I got pictures of it. Yeah, I'm glad I got pictures
Tupac
of
on the
it.
wall. That was dope.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I mean, that's like a coffee shop or something now. I rode past that the other day. It was like a coffee shop, and I was like,
forever to get that up, but yeah, it's a coffee shop now.
But
yeah, I kind of miss some things about that. You know what I mean? And that experience, I mean, enabled me to realize that I'm better off doing it solo. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, I'm not like everybody else. You know what I mean? I don't do business like everybody else do business. I'm not the character of everybody else's stature. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's when it's like me. Everybody's like, oh, Lisa, you need to have an intern. You need to have somebody to help you with these pictures because you can't be everywhere. Well, then how? Because I'm the Baltimore paparazzi. I know paparazzi is the plural of paparazzo, but I am the Baltimore paparazzi.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so if I have somebody else taking pictures, they have to be able to take pictures and be as good with like what I see.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody's different. Like,
also carry the name the same way also.
Right. And like Billy Live has said that me and Latrice, who is the owner of Sweet Face Pics, he was like, you two could be standing side by side and take the same shot and it would look totally different. And it does. We've done that before. We've stood side by side and basically took the same picture and it just looks totally different because of I really don't know.
Style. It's the style, the aperture, the cameras, and
everything.
The film.
Yeah.
It's a different couple of factors in that. Absolutely.
So, and I know because we're taking pictures and videos and everything. Like I said, many hats.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You gotta figure one of them. I feel like one of them gonna hit. You know what I mean, eventually, but like when I was doing it, all of them was pretty lucrative at that time. I mean, like when I was doing this solo, when I had this, even before then, when I was at Red Fox and stuff like that, and even before then, like it was making money. You know what I mean? Like, but when I got to my own studio, it was like it was making its own money. That's how I know that I can do it. That's how I know that I motivated a lot of people who now have studios and doing radio stuff like that now, which I'm not trying to take credit for, but I see it. You know what I mean? And I like it. I like that I can motivate people.
Right.
You know what I mean? That I can help people out. You know what I mean? And teach people things because. That's a good feeling. And also, I like to be taught also because I didn't always know the stuff I know. Somebody taught me also.
Right.
Skip taught me. You know what I mean? I learned from people who even people who not doing as good as me right now. You know what I mean? I learned
Right.
from, you know, a lot of people.
And because I remember, you know, I've always broadcasted my show the way that I do, which is through YouTube. And it's always, you don't never see my face there. And you guys made me get on camera. Like, you put the camera, made me get on camera. And I hated that. I was like, it's not about me. It's like, no. Because I wanted to be kind of like Vlad, but not Vlad, because Vlad is feds. Because he knows.
Yeah, a little fatty.
Yes, he knows.
It's a little fatty sometimes.
Be like, so, what's this about? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like,
about that shooting that you did at the corner store. They said you were selling drugs. Nah.
They're like, where did you get your information? But like, it's all for me. It's always been about the person that I'm interviewing, the artist, the business owner, whoever I'm talking to.
Right.
And then when like I'm like, what is that camera for? And you were like, because we're gonna record it, we're gonna put it. I was like, I don't want to be on. It's gonna be Facebook Live. I don't want to be on camera. Too bad. It was always too bad. I was like, watch this, and I would set that camera up so it was pointing right at the people, and that's the way. Because I ran my own show. I didn't need you to be in there babysitting me.
No, that's one thing I like about doing your show. I mean, I had to worry about a lot of things, and you had a key to the building. That when like when Lisa's show, I can leave it before Lisa's show come on to do what I got to do on my personal side, because I know she good,
Right.
and she ain't got to worry about anything. So
Be like, Lisa, can you let so and so in the building?
I know, right? Have her running things while she was there. Look, I need you to record this artist too. Make this beat. I need you to rap on this other song too. But yeah, you definitely held it down. I appreciate that too.
That's what I was telling Antoine. I said I would introduce you like, this is 3D. He's my boss, but I run everything. Yeah.
Good times.
And they'd be like, what? I'd be like,
Good times picking with you. I miss those. You know,
Yeah.
my Saturdays. Hey, you must miss Lisa for I leave.
be like, he come in and be like, I'm out. I'll be like, all right, in the middle of in the middle,
Right.
and then
I really loved your shows, I mean, because of your passion, I mean, and how seriously you took your shows, and you know your organization. I mean, you had your artists lined up for like months. Like people was just winning this shit by the week, by the day, by the fucking hour. That's like 6 right there, probably.
no, she is in her phone. She is not listening.
You don't know what she watching either. Okay.
But you know, well, I mean, that's just the way. That's just the way. That's just the way I am anyway. Like I don't like to be, you know, and without, you know, I'm disorganized, but I'm organized. It's crazy because like with my show, like I want people lined up. Like right now, as far as I've gotten is next Saturday is Sea Love, and then I haven't booked anything after that until I'm doing BBK's listening party.
C Love is dope, man. Shout out C Love.
He's battling tomorrow.
I be seeing his battle things on IG, and that's a crazy white boy when it comes to that battle. I think he should be like on, on the top level for real. Like, you know what I mean, like
he performed last night at the Rakim show.
Like
he performed last night at the Rakim show.
oh yeah, he be doing his rapping thing too.
Yeah,
It's
so
kind of like the
I told
old
him-
school hip hop head rappers, Jabbar.
well, I mean, he's with Apex, you know.
I bet.
So you know he's a part of
If you're
Bricklayers,
hanging with Apex, then you gotta have bars.
right?
You can have to have some bars.
So
man.
he was actually supposed to come through a couple months ago, but he had a family emergency, so we had to cancel it. So I told him, I said, okay, how about the 21st, because the battle is on the 15th. He just opened up, you know, he was one of the opening acts for Rakim at Soundstage. That's a big deal. So I was like, all right, he's gonna have a lot to talk about. So he's coming through next week. I ain't booked anybody up. Like I've got people hit me up all the time. You know how people be like, "Oh, Lisa, I want to get on your show. How I get on your show?" And then when I hit them up,
Never ready.
they're like,
They cancel or they can't make it.
right. So
Fake busy.
no, or they just, you know, and it's like, okay, so you handed me for this spot, and I gave you this spot, but I know who that was. I think, yeah. But you know, you had me for this spot, but then you turn around and blow me off because of something else that's more important. Okay, well that's fine. I've actually booked somebody, talked to him on Messenger, saying he was on his way and he never showed up. Okay, well you don't have to worry about ever coming and asking me for anything again.
Don't you hate that? It's like fake weed people out here and fake drug dealers that was out there back in the day. Yo, I'm on my way 5. I'll be there at 5. Yo, I'm right around the corner. Nigga, be an hour away. Nigga don't even have a show.
So when was the last time you was on stage?
Last time I performed, I was at the Auto Bar with Billy Live and Wisdom Court. Shout out to them. You guys work hard, man. It's always a good vibe when I'm doing shows with them.
Yeah, I think they're in West Virginia tonight.
That's some guys.
I think it's Bombs.
East Coast tour.
Yeah, Bombs tour. Yeah.
They work hard. I mean, and they go give some pretty good shows. That was the last show that I had. I've been actually thinking about getting like a venue to maybe like an open mic thing, maybe, or
I got a venue for you.
Talking about the Old Town Mall. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Trying to maybe like do like one show, something like that, and man, see how things go. You know what I mean? And you know, and try to go from there.
Yeah, because that's where I'm having my birthday party next year.
Okay.
My 50th birthday party.
What?
I just turned 49. I'm like 50.
I can't even tell. Right? Damn,
Yeah.
you would have guessed that. You would have guessed that, Twan? You would have thought you.
Only because I just turned 50.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's halfway through. That's a blessing.
Cash told me I wasn't having no party. She said, go on a cruise or something. She said, don't have no fake people around you on your birthday.
I don't blame on that, man. I would say, yeah, do the same thing too. I mean, go enjoy yourself. Go somewhere you ain't never been.
Because I never thought I was going to make it this far. I never.
Well, don't be here in Baltimore making it that far. And
No,
you gotta
see, I've got
go
a
somewhere and do
plan.
something different.
This, I got a plan. I'm going to have a party, right?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have Keish, that girl Keish.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna be there selling her trashy treats.
Okay.
My homegirl, she does infused foods.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh shit, be behind the eating.
And then Queen Fiend, she does mixed drinks.
Mm-hmm.
My other homegirl, she makes pineapple henny.
Hey, we got regular.
It's like she almost spit that out because we laughing at you.
Never. Get in trouble. No, don't. Please, babe. That's a secret to us.
I already know. So.
Not that bad. Baby, like anything.
Just a little bit.
Actually, I've been cutting back from weed. I'm a little older now, so I drink a little bit more now, I guess. I used to,
Like that's so much
I
better.
used to smoke a lot of weed, you know what I mean? I don't drink that much. I got a lot of things I gotta be doing, so in my spare time when I'm off, or
I remember-
I like to rest up. I like to have a little drink.
There was this one
My buddy
time.
make his own beers now.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I remember this one time. I think when was it? And you was like you was gonna stop drinking or something. You was gonna try to stop drinking because you drinking too much. You felt like you were
Yeah,
drinking
people
too
felt
much.
like I was drinking too much, or I felt like, you know what I mean, like people made me feel like I was drinking too much, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it was like, you know, I'm taking care of what I got to take care of, making sure my bills are good, everything is straight, you know what I mean? I don't have to drink every day. Like when I'm not out at the studio or I'm not out doing something, I don't drink. I kind of drink socially, you know what I mean?
Right.
But usually when I'm in the house, I don't even drink because I'm in there with my kids, or I'm in there getting ready for my next work day and things like that. So like people would just, you know, seeing me come out with a fifth, you know what I mean, like once, twice a week, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, you're drinking so much. I mean, but really at the end of the day,
Because
like,
I was like we've been out to many we've been out to
doing
many shows together. 5 Seasons.
ain't nobody, everybody drinks sometimes, and you know we get messed up.
But like I've never seen I've never seen you to where you were belligerent,
Right.
where you were not 3D, you know,
Not coherent.
you like I would only see you with maybe a couple drinks, and maybe because I wasn't paying attention, maybe it was more than that, but always seen you with just a cup with a shot in it, or a double shot maybe. Yeah. But you know what I mean? But I remember that. I remember
Take a shot for that.
But I remember that day we were sitting there at the studio and you were telling me you were going to like cut back on your drinking,
Right.
this, that, and the third. Maybe we'll stop drinking for like 30 days. And I just looked at you like,
Nick,
really?
you know what I actually did? I stopped drinking for like 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Like, it was about like 2 weeks that I stopped drinking, and I was like, you know what? I ain't got, man, give me a bottle. I ain't got shit to prove these motherfuckers. Man, I know I'm not an alcoholic, you know what I mean? And I like to enjoy my drink, but it's a level that you can get to, you know what I mean? When
Right.
you're on that, you know what I mean? You gotta respect your level and your boundaries. Like when you feel like you had too much to drink, you shouldn't drive, or you feel like you drinking too much, and you need to just cut back on how much you're doing it.
Right.
Basically, you know what I mean? And I felt I had that discipline, you know what I mean, to drink responsibly. And
And like I said, I cannot remember one time ever seeing you to where I would be like 3D, you need to stop, because it was
You see it a lot though, but yeah, I mean, you see a lot of people do things like that, you know what I mean, and not be able to control their liquor, or acting belligerent,
or know when
out of
to
character.
stop.
Yeah, that's it.
Because that was me at the depot that one night.
That
Because
was
Jay
that one night though. I saw you in there dancing and kind of like breaking it down up ahead.
yeah, that was.
Who got up ahead drinking?
That was another night I had 4 drinks, but that last one was a Long Island with all dark liquor.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the one that did me in. And that's the one that got Jay cussed out and Taz cussed out and
Jay?
Jay McGraw. Yes, I cussed Jay
Oh,
McGraw.
McGraw.
Yes.
M.A.M. Shout out M.A.M.
He was like, "You cussed me out." I was like, I know. You was trying to take my drink. I said, you
He's
didn't
in
pay
complete
for
violation.
it. You didn't pay for it.
Don't
That
do
was my reasoning. You ain't paid for it. And he forgave me, I think.
Yeah, he probably did. He's a pretty dope guy, man, and pretty reasonable. So I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah. So, yeah, we like I said, we've had some really fun times. Like hopefully these are memories that last through my dementia. When I start having dementia.
I'm ready to say, you hope it lasts through what? You said
Dementia.
Oh my goodness.
Because I mean,
Don't worry, I'll slap it back in you. You don't remember? You better. Huh? The 5 seasons. Hard body ready.
Vanity Room.
God damn.
One of my favorite pictures that I've ever taken of you was the Vanity Room. It had the red and green lights.
Yes.
That's like my favorite.
That's still on my albums too, y'all. That
I
was
was
a
like,
dope pic, y'all. That was.
I was like,
You got some mesmerizing pictures of me. I gotta take my hat off to that. You know
It's
what
the
I mean?
camera. I just point and click.
Alright, just timing's everything.
Yeah. So you sent me a song and it's actually clean. I was like, yay, 3D. Yay.
Yep.
So I think because it's like at the top of the hour, so what we're going to do is go ahead and play that, and then we'll come back and I'll think of some more stuff to ask him, because you know how I am.
Oh yeah, got plenty to talk about here. I may have some questions for you also. So you've been in the spotlight lately too. Also.
Oh Lord.
So we made a few. Hey, I think she's been in the spotlight a little more than me lately. Tomorrow, hey, she need a napping over there, bro. You might need a napping or like a bandana tonight, bro, because you gonna be sweating on this.
So yeah.
Woo, girl, you been in some. Woo.
In the spotlight, your girl Lisa, Baltimore Paparazzi, and we'll be right back.
I was like,
Girl.
oh, it's Lisa. Oh my God.
What?
No, you know what?
What?
You know what happened online?
You know what you gonna ask your about?
Go. We gonna do this for real? Keep that shit on. Keep it on over here. Come on. Never mind.
And I didn't even hit my pen.
I'm gonna hit my teeth. Listen, boy, give me your hand. Snap your hand. Why would you do that? You was going off a line the other day about that guy.
Yep.
He was not playing. I guess you couldn't take it no more. I know we talked about it, so I knew about the situation, but I knew you were gonna let that spoil online like that, though.
I I didn't either.
You went off online.
Had to. Had to.
I can understand your feelings, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't like to see you like that, you know what I mean? Like, that people, you know what I mean?
I'm fine.
I know you are, and some people deserve it, you know what I mean? But it was just different for me to see you being like that, because I know that
And that's my thing.
you
That
try
was
to be
my
as
thing.
rational and you try to be non-confrontational as you can, you know what I mean? And
He was just with me.
I think it's something like that. I mean, what's going on? I know that. I mean, some people ain't shit these days, Lisa. You know that you don't deserve that. What type of person that you is?
Last year, he did not have a job. And I was buying his weed. I paid his gym membership. Now he's a fitness trainer. So I helped him that way. Gas money. And you didn't even give me common decency and courtesy to hit me up and tell me. When I told him, I said, you owe me an apology and you should have hit me up. You're not my girl. I ain't gonna tell you shit.
People ain't shit.
So guess what?
That's niggas mentality out here these days, you know what I
But
mean?
you know what? After I went online, after I did my live,
Yeah.
I'm fine. I've been fine. Ever since.
Ooh, good radio edit, huh?
I'm fine. I'm cleansing myself. That's what I'm doing. I'm cleansing. I'm cleansing my aura. I'm cleansing my karma. My karma is fine.
She does it wrong.
And then all his friends. You don't want me to say what I know about y'all. They keep told
Pillow talking, niggas. Niggas pillow talking. Something's out here.
But you know what? That's why I did the live. That's why I did the live. Because everybody was talking on that post. I was at the live. And then he was like, damn, like, fake email. Continue to talk to me. Leave me alone. Bye. Go with your happy little life. Bye. I'm good. And that's why I told Bob, I said, you know, I keep everything private. I said, but that L.I. came out. She broke the chains. I got 3 personalities.
Yeah, lie like 8.
He said 4. Welcome back. I know it was just just a song there. I like that.
That song right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that song
But
was.
see, for me, that's so 3D. That's because your energy, you like. I don't know if I've ever really seen you mad, like really
Man.
teed off. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen you like that. Just like we were talking off air, like you've never seen me, like that, like how I was last week. Like, no people who know me, I've never, like, especially if you're my friend, you might see me mad, but you've never seen me I got 3 personalities. Antoine said 4. No, I have 3 personalities. It's Lisa. Lisa, she's sweet. She's nice. She's so caring. She's love.
Right.
Liesl, yeah, she's alright until you make her mad, and then you don't want to be around her. Then there's L.I. L.I. is that personality that I have to keep in a cage with chains and big old locks because she likes to break loose and she thinks about, how can I hurt you, your mama, your whole family, your granddaddy who's been dead for 10 years? I'm bring him back to life and then I'm going to hurt him.
And then he can go back to being dead?
Yeah. Like when that personality comes out of me, yeah. When that personality comes out of me, there's no rational thinking. There's no, Lisa, calm down. There's nothing. I hear nothing. I see blood and I think about, I know how to blow up a car. So,
YouTube, stop watching, please. Everybody, please.
So that personality, I don't like to unleash her. I like to keep her chained up. J-Ball loves L.I. That's because J
Talking
Ball,
about Faber.
yeah, Naps, because he's got 3 personalities as well,
Oh,
and he loves Ally. Like when I'll say something, he's like, let her out. No, I'm not letting her out. Leave me alone. He's the only person I know that loves that personality because she does not care.
Yeah, I mean,
She doesn't care about your feelings.
Sometimes it has to be like that. Sometimes you gotta let that ally out. Sometimes, you know what I mean, or you know, whoever that person is for everybody. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you gotta let people know that you know you ain't going for that bullshit. They kicking with you. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of bullshit is going on these days. People ain't how they used to be these days.
Right.
Genuine, loyal, fucking solid. It used to be. You know what I mean? Everybody out for self and shit like that. I mean, like people just ain't people no more, man. Like. Everybody got their ulterior motive and everybody got their own personal fucking agenda. At the end of the day, they gonna do whatever it takes for that sometimes, you know what I mean? Whether that be hurt you or just fucking lead you fucking to whatever path they trying to fucking take you, I mean? Like, you gotta watch out people, you know?
And that's like, and people try to take, especially with me, they try to take my my kindness for a weakness. And, you know, and I play dumb. I know I am a queen of being able to play dumb. I can play dumb all day. I'll be like, oh, really? Oh, really? Oh. And just sucker you right on in and be like, boom, here you go. I already know. But
been there.
but you know, like I'm really a nice person.
You are. I think you are. Then, but I think people that's like you, that's really nice like you, and really genuine like that. And people like myself also, you know what I mean, who's you know similar to that also, that we need to. You know, have our guards up and be able to, you know what I mean, stop the bullshit. Like, people know this where the fucking buck stop, you know what I mean? Like, after so long, you know what I mean,
yeah.
we go through so much shit with so many people, you know what I mean? We've been through shit with so many different people, you know what I mean, that we looked out for, that we try to show loyalty to, we try to, you know, make something happen for, and shit like that, you know, shit on us, or just, you know what I mean, and not look out like you know, return the same love back, you know what I mean? That
right.
we just need to fucking...
You know, I can only imagine...
sometimes, or just stop fucking with them all together.
I can only imagine, like, because of who I am, and, you know, I don't never really pat myself on the back, or, you know, I have a diva moment every now and again, but because of who I am, the connections I have made over the years, the longevity I've had in the scene, sometimes people will try and use that, you know, use me to further their career or make, you know, so they can make connections, so I can introduce them to somebody, so then they can, you know, and I've had so many people do that and then turn right around and not even acknowledge that I had any kind of part of it.
Helping with that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's fine, because at the end of the day, I know what's real.
I'll drink to that.
I know what I have done in you know, in this scene. So I can only imagine.
Yo, it's niggas that open up studios now, you know what I mean, because of me. It's people who own radio companies now because of me and the game that I've kicked them in, and the motivation that I have showed them, and the way that I showed them that shit could be done by somebody like me and shit like that, you know what I mean? Oh, damn,
you done said about, it's been about 30 now.
And I'm not trying to really, you know, I'm not looking for like credit, you know what I mean, or award or anything like that, you know what I mean, but I've showed the people these things, and I don't know they did things as a result of me and what I've showed them, I've taught them, and they turn around and act like I'm the enemy. Like, I'm the enemy, like, bro, I ain't worried about you, man. You the reason why you probably doing what I'm doing. You doing what you're doing, I mean, or I have some kind of, you know, helping on that, or taught you some way, or helped you some way along the way, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be cocky about it, but I speak the facts, you know what I mean? And a lot of people got a problem these days when you speak fucking facts. Ooh. When you speak facts, to them it's offensive, or to them it's like, you know, you trying to act like you're better than them. No, that's the facts. That's what actually happened. Right. Because it actually happened don't mean that, you know, that I'm trying to be a certain kind of way about it. Just, maybe I feel like you just lost track of that, or you act like you forgot about it. You know what I mean? Or you act like you better than that now. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that like I said. Not just me. I watch other people do a lot of great things to people right there, and watch people get crapped on. You know what I mean? Right. And not getting no love back. People getting bags out here. You know, doing, you know, off of other people that did things for them. They ain't showed them no type of love back. Ain't put them in no type of position to receive any kind of percentage for anything that they're doing right now and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's whack, yo. Why not people getting smacked out here?
3D is getting a little frustrated now.
Yeah, man. This is man. When you love like this and you loyal like this, you know,
Right.
you take certain things personal for real.
Because like I said, I've seen like when we had the station over on St. Paul with the Good Morning America window.
that was the best window in radio podcast history.
We would see so
My-
much stuff on that bus stop. People would walk by.
Arguing over there, fighting over there, man. Just
Man, let me
standing
tell
up,
you.
looking at us over there.
Nothing was as funny as
Man.
Exoskeleton with his golden his mask on during the interview, standing up. There's somebody across the street at the bus stop,
Looking crazy.
standing up and just looking at him, all crazy.
Like Michael Myers.
and then goes into the window and just stares at him. I'm like, yeah, that window was just like, I was like, I had my back to it, and I don't like to have my back to.
I know,
to
but you
windows.
never know what was happening out that window once you had to open.
I don't like to have my back to the window. I don't like that back to the door. I always they say don't put
Remember I
baby in
cleaned
the
that
corner.
window?
Man.
The front, I got outside, got
Right.
one leg to clean that thing.
But
We got one right here. Big one right here. You can make it happen live right here on air too, baby.
yeah, YouTube done will shut me down.
That's what Pornhub will pick us up.
He said Pornhub.
Yes. Pornhub pick us up.
I can't with you. I just can't with you. But see, you done made me forget what I was gonna say. I can't stand you, 3D. I swear.
Repeat that real quick.
That's what you get.
Yes, it is. Hold on my chair, bro.
Never know what's going to happen on any of my shows.
Especially with 3D.
But yeah, but I used to, we used to have a lot of people. You had a lot of people going in and recording in the studio,
Yeah.
and the studio was all like because you had to walk out of the radio room through the one little room into the
second studio room.
and then the second studio was right there, and it'd be like people, and I'd be like, excuse me, because I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like, excuse me. There'd be people all in there. There'd be people all in the first studio, which was in the back, and you built that. Let me tell you, I was there one day. There was no booth. I came back. There was a booth.
Yeah.
It
That was an accomplishment right there for me. I felt like I can figure something out, get a blueprint together for it, and do it. Like that meant a lot to me. You know what I mean? And
Right.
It's to show myself that I can do things and I can make things happen. And until this day, I know I can pick right back up and do those same things. But if I'm gonna do it this time, and when I do it this time, it's gonna be a lot better. You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's gonna boom a lot more than it did last time.
Because I know, and I'm sure that it wasn't just Hardbody. I'm sure there's a lot of radio stations, because I've seen a lot of radio stations come and go. I've seen a lot of radio shows come and go, and a lot of times, I think people they don't understand what goes into having a radio show, and how dedicated you have to be to do a radio show. People like. At one time, there was hardly any radio shows. Hardbody Radio was like one of the only ones that I remember even hearing about. And then next thing you know, boom, there was, all these radio stations, all these radio shows, and then all of a sudden, then they're gone. And that's why I said, I did have to take a hiatus, because for one, it was I wouldn't even say my loyalty to Hardbody Radio, because I've been offered radio shows with other places.
Right.
Multiple stations.
But it was kind of loyalty. Also,
but
'cause, you wanted to make sure you was waiting to make sure that I got back right. You know what I mean? And then when you felt like I was taking too long, you know what I mean?
It wasn't that. It wasn't really that. It was because
what you
people
gotta do
kept
every day.
hitting me up, talking about, I need a radio interview. I need a radio interview.
Right. So yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
So that's why I said, like, the last time I had talked to you, and
But we know it's still love. It doesn't matter
Right.
where you at and what you're doing. I mean, I'm always want to support, you know,
Right.
and especially anybody that like you. You know, you always been, you know, been down with us. You know what I mean? You've been loyal. You didn't never do us dirty. You know what I mean? And you always, you know, you did things from the heart.
right,
A lot of people do things for themselves or for their personal benefit, which is, I guess, is always business at the end of the day. But
right,
you should be able to recognize those who are doing it, you know what I mean, really from the heart, you know what I mean, who really care, you know what I mean, and need to keep those type of people on your side and keep good standards with those people.
right. Because you know, the reason, like I said before when I said something, I had made a post about. I started look. See, if you don't get your behind back over here. When I had made a post about doing a radio show, I had a lot of people say, "Oh, will you come do a radio show with us?" And I was like, "Skip is the first one who said, you know, you can do a radio show with us." And like I said, that was like 3 or 4 years before.
Right.
So
I was a winner before.
Right. So I was like, that's why I was like, well, I'm gonna just I'll do it with Hard Body. And being with Hard Body, like I said, being with Hard Body, I did, you know.
You heard it, Twan. She ain't now. You heard what she said? Ooh, yeah. All about you, kid.
Yo, I want to say, side note, shout out to Twan. Yo, he been doing so much hard work, man, and he real genuine, man, and really appreciate your work you be putting around here, yo. Just, yo, it feel like, you know, like myself doing the thing too, you know what I mean? So you in good hands over here.
But what's funny?
I really appreciate it, man.
But
You
what's
doing a good
funny?
job, bro.
What's funny is when I wanted to go back, you know, when I needed to go back and start my show back up, because I was like, I've got to start the show back up. I keep getting Pennsylvania.
Offers, yeah.
Pennsylvania was hitting me up, and you know, people were like, West Virginia was hitting me up. Judah was hitting me up, you know, because I got to get Judah back on here, but Judah's been going through a lot of stuff. So, you know, I was like, okay, and once again, I could have went anywhere,
All right.
but I know Antoine and I know Jay, and Antoine came on my show and got interviewed by me, and I came on their show and got interviewed by them.
Right.
Two supposed to be rival, you know, because you know everybody's supposed to be in competition with everybody apparently,
Right.
you know, but that's not the way we carried it,
You
know?
Not with us over here, with any other company, you know what I mean?
you know. So that
You know,
was
we had other companies on. We supported everybody, even
right,
while we had that radio station. I mean, like going to other events, you know what I mean, and you know, playing some of their stuff or having the artists on there and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it was all love of us. A lot of people, you know, they had their own agendas and the way they're gonna run things and their favoritism and stuff like that. So we was trying to make sure we break those barriers and stuff like that, which we did. I mean, all of us together did that. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just about, you know, the game plan that me and Skip had laid off for the company. You know what I mean? It was about everybody participating and everybody having a good energy. I mean, that's what made Hard Body what it was. That's what make, you know, any station what it is and what it's going to be is, you know, the way that they run things and their energy and their genuineness.
right,
That's even
because
the word. You might have looked that up. I don't know if that's the word.
Because-
it sounded pretty good to me.
right, because like I said, like at the end of the day, when you do things, because I've been making, I don't know if anybody's been noticing, but every now and again I'll make a post and I'll tag somebody in it, and I let them know how much they mean to me, how much I care about them, because you know, lately, like this past year, the giving flowers,
Did they on Nubia Moon? What was her rap name back in the day? Peach.
No, Cream.
Miss Cream, right? Right.
but
Why say it like that? Like that.
peaches and cream. But you know, this past year I think has been like, you know, give flowers to them while they're still here.
Absolutely.
You know, that's been like
crown the king or crown the queen while he or she is here.
You know, so for me, going through what I went through last week, I felt as though I needed to tell certain people that how much they really do mean to me. And I made one for Ogun, which Ogun, him and I have been like since day one of me talking to him, day one of me meeting him. It's been, you know, just genuine.
Right.
And when I made the post for him, he was like, I almost shed a tear because I know how genuine this is. You know, he knew it was coming from a genuine place. I never say or do anything in my life to try and gain something. So I didn't befriend you so I could gain something from you. Right. I didn't befriend Antoine and Jay so I could gain something from them. I have never been that kind of person, but I have been around those people. And and it's draining to be around people who only do things to benefit themselves, regardless of what that is. I've seen artists befriend other artists so they can
get an opportunity.
I've seen people. But you know what I mean? Like I've seen people I've actually seen people try to befriend me to make sure that they get pictures, not realizing that if you're on stage and I'm at a show, you're going to get pictures. Now, whether or not I like you is how many pictures you're going to get.
Yeah, but you've done pictures of people that you don't like. I've seen you done pictures and carry things the same way as you would do with other artists for people that you don't particularly care for.
Right. It may be only 4 or 5 pictures, but you still got some pictures taken.
You got something.
I have actually walked away from a stage and not taken any pictures before. But anyway, that was on a that was on a deep personal thing. But
she'll probably do the camera at that person, probably. Bitch, here you go, your pic right here.
Don't you see you right here, that blur spot right there? Yeah, that's you right there, that blur spot.
Yeah.
But and it kind of troubles me when people start talking about, well, what does Baltimore need to get on, quote unquote, on? And I'm like, really? Everybody's like, oh, support. No, you're not. If I don't like your music, I'm not going to support you. I can't do it. Everybody's like, well, just because you don't like this person, you need, okay, I don't know Young Moose's music. It's not for me. I just know that much. It's not for me. Because me and Skip have had this argument plenty of times where he's like, oh yeah, so-and-so, they got the streets. I don't know who they are because I haven't seen them at a show. I haven't seen them perform. This generation now is YouTube and IG.
Right.
That's where they get their videos. They do videos. I haven't seen them perform anywhere. Right, sure. And most of them have never touched the stage. And when they do touch the stage, the microphone is down here, and they're rapping, and they're dancing.
And like, yeah, damn nigga, I squeeze the trigger.
Because they
shut the liquor.
Because they don't.
We're doing a bigger, yeah. Like, what the fuck? What's the words at, bro?
Right, but
niggas is lazy.
But their track is playing. And they're dancing around. I mean, I've seen this on a big stage too. Yeah. I've seen them.
They do. I mean, when you bigger and they know that you. I mean, certain people when they doing their performances, they kind of pumped up doing their performances. They might see all the words because they crowd interacting or they're dancing really hard or something like that, or just in their zone. But you should. The majority of words, you say the majority of the words, let people know that you know what you're spitting, and they give them an actual show. Well, if you're not spitting. Well, you're not getting a show really. It's just like as you're there.
It's just like the first time, one of the first times that I really noticed that people were rapping over the lyrics, and I hate that because I want to hear you. I don't want to hear. You could just hand me the CD, or you could just tell me where I could hear the song at. I could stream it now because everything's streaming. So is it on Google Play? Because that's what I got. I got Google Play because I'm cheap. So is it on Google Play? Then I'll go listen to Google Play. I'm at a show where, 9 times out of 10, I ain't paid no money. But still, I'm at a show.
Media pass.
I'm at a show where.
I've used a media pass before. I've had several times. Some pretty big shows also.
But I have, if there are shows that I have paid for. And if I'm there,
would you there at the Ramsey? I'm sorry to cut you off, but you were there at the show we did at Ramsey, Bob Cardi put together and everything like that. That was a good show, wasn't it?
Yes.
Was you in the VIP room and stuff like that?
Nah, I'm never going to. I'm always no.
It was like we was main all this big screen, all that. They really put that show together. Yeah. It was a good feel. Be back there in the VIP.
But nobody's doing stuff like that now.
In Baltimore, man, it was a great time back there, man.
I mean, Billy's trying. He's trying. Billy's trying to get back to how we used to be as far as doing the big stages and stuff. So he's really, he's making those connections and he's doing all of that. So, you know, I commend him on that. And I try to go, now I'm going to be able to go to more stuff because I'm not stuck in a depression that I've been stuck in for the past few years. But I'm going to be able to start going to more stuff. I even went to 8x10 down in Federal Hill with all the white people. I can't do that.
Hey, yeah, no white people, I like white people.
You know my philosophy, like, of course, because when they're around you, they're like, yeah, we'll buy your drink, they screaming out. I can't deal with all that. I cannot deal with that. The girl, Bank took a picture of me. Anchor the Bank was on stage at Auto Bar and took a picture of me that is priceless. He sent it to me. He's like, I didn't want to post it, Lisa. I posted it. I made it my profile picture because I was looking at these girls because they was drunk, they was dancing around. It was actually my ex's girlfriend at the time. And and I was just looking at them like, what are y'all doing? Like, it was just written all over my face. Like, it was just, but I can't deal with them. And then down in there's no place to park down in Federal Hill. I got lucky a block over, and then I go to the pay box and I'm trying to read it because you know it reads like Chinese arithmetic. And the bouncer was like, you're good after 8 o'clock, honey. I was like, oh, thank you, because I was really trying to figure this out. And walked the next street over, and that's where 8x10 was. So I got lucky that night, but I can't, if I can't find a place to park, I'm not going. My anxiety shoots up. I can't do it. The parking garage was full, everything. Man.
I don't like it either.
No. If I can't. I used to get my daughter to drop me off, and then she fell asleep, and I couldn't get in the house when my ride took me home. I couldn't get in the house. I beat on the door so loud my neighbors were looking out the windows, and nobody in my house woke up to answer the door because she had my keys.
Was that Li?
No. If it was Li, I probably would have broke the door down. Boom. But yeah.
In the door, waving the 4-4. Y'all got some beats for me tonight? What's up?
Oh, yeah.
I'm murder something real quick, man. What it is, man? I'm trying to kill something. Man, I want to ask for nothing. I want y'all to give me something.
Oh
It
Lord.
don't matter what it is. I'm just gonna rip it. I don't care if it's a damn country beat. I'm gonna rip it. I'm
Okay.
gonna try my best not to cuss on it for real, you know what I mean? No, because I'll rip that Tennessee whiskey beat right now. Yeah.
Cotton Eye Joe.
I'll rip that too. I'm still here from Baltimore, though. Where did it come from? Where did it go? I'm from down the hill, though. What? I didn't want it, yo. Like angles on it, yo. Yo, like Star Spangled angles with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm patriotic about it. Not playing, man. That boy 3D, man. Be back in the sauce, man. Be back, man. Shout out my man Mousy for real. YC, Loyalty Entertainment. Yeah, we still here for real. You know what I mean? Just trying to.
Mousy funny.
Make sure get some music, more music laid down, more consistent with the videos and everything like that. You know what I mean?
I know what I wanted to ask you.
Time is.
I know what I wanted to ask you because I always ask this question
What's that?
of people. 3D.
Yes.
Where'd it come from?
What come from?
Your name, 3D.
Oh, 3D. That came from being from down the hill. You know what I mean? And God and my cousin was like, I'm always trying to do 3 things at one time, and like I'm 3-dimensional when I do things and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So they started calling me 3D. So.
Cause I always
They
wondered.
used to be Double D. They used to call me Squirrel. They used to call me a bunch of different things. So.
Because my whole thing was like I've known you for all this time, and I figured the D. I thought the D was stood for your first name.
Well, kind of.
And-
I thought it is.
But you know, like, but I can see the whole trying to do 3 things at once because you do that. That's why I say that energy that you have, that kind of positive, like I don't know, like I'm always about energies. Right. So certain people I love to hug and I love to be around.
Did I get my motherfucking hug tonight?
See.
Lock it in. You already know.
But you know, like certain people, you just wanna be around because of the energy that they put off. Right. And like I said, like we've always like how we are. We've always been that way. Mm-hmm. We've always laughed, kid around, joke, cuss you out, and you'd be like, "What did I do?" I'd be like, "I don't know. You did something."
Just in case you know.
Just in case when you do something.
Right. But it was always, joking, loving. It was always family. And, so I could, like, you always, doing this. I'm like, if you don't slow down, like, I'm like, did he just eat like a bag of sugar or something? Because you just, you're always doing that. But I always wondered, I was like, where did the name 3D come from? And so now I know.
3D, three-dimensional. Try to do 3 different things at one time.
Which is true because rapping, videography,
Radio, probably should be 5 or 6D probably.
Right?
But we'll
Radio,
take 3.
studio, so, and I know it can't, like I said, I understood like when you kind of like backed off of everything. Because like I said, you didn't just back off from the radio show and the studio, but you really backed off of, you weren't doing videos, you weren't doing music.
I backed off a lot then. Construction was making more money for me than any video. All the things combined times 10. The money wasn't adding up, so I can just go to work and do a job a couple times a week. You know what I mean? I'm a partner in the company. I mean, majority owner in the company. You know what I mean? So that the percentage is there. I mean, like I'm making more money than that. I mean, like, and I'm just doing music for that. When I got time to do the music, I will. And I'm trying to make more time for that. But
right.
The money's so good. Like, I'm getting rapper money off this construction shit. I mean, rapper money. So.
But one thing that.
That's how I spit bars, by doing shovels and machines and. Dirt, you know what I mean? Bars. I mean,
but
get my back in.
what was really real about everything though was the girls, because you brought the girls. No, I'm talking about your daughters.
Okay.
I hate him. This is why I can't stand his ass.
She don't pick out no girls all around Chico.
I'm talking about the daughters, fool.
Girl, you ain't get jumping now because she's crazy. Sorry, but yeah, she is a little crazy about me though. She is.
Yeah, I know. But you would bring the girls to the studio, and then you even let them have their own little show.
Oh yeah, and did things, yeah.
And then doing does she have her own YouTube channel?
And she does. Yeah, did a video for her.
Yeah.
Did a music video for her, and she have her own little like thing. She do like animations on her and cartoon thing that she does and stuff like that. And
yeah. So, but
role play thing she do. And
you brought them. You brought them to the studio, and you let them. Because you could have easily left them with their mom, or you could have easily left them with somebody their an aunt or somebody like that, or whatever. But you brought them
I want
there.
Want them to learn the game. You know what I mean?
And spend time, because them girls love you. Oh my goodness. And that the youngest one, she took a little while to kind of warm up to me. She's just
she's a little fighter. But once she open up to you, man,
right.
She's a sweetheart. You know what I mean? Like, she gives me stuff every day. Like, I actually got full custody of her now. And my oldest daughter, my baby mother has full custody of my oldest daughter now. You know what I mean? So that's been kind of tough for me. That's kind of
right.
It's not the reason I really want to say why I felt bad, because I've been going through a lot of personal stuff that's been changing for my life. You know what I mean? Like, my daughter actually put a lot of accusations on me. You know what I mean? Going to court, which I proved all those things not to be true and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like abuse. You know what I mean? Of different types of shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's been tough. You know what I mean? The lies that her and my baby mother said about me. You know what I mean? And I don't even know my baby mother had anything to do with it, but it was just like, you knew that my daughter wasn't telling the truth or whatever was happening. That job kind of manipulated her to say those things and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It was hurtful because regardless of how much I knew they wasn't true or how much money I had to spend, how much time I had to spend to prove those things wasn't true, they knew it, and they got in no trouble for it. You know what I mean? And everything is just like, to them it's just like okay, and everything is like it's alright, and then we back to regular now. And then the only thing is different that I got custody of my youngest daughter and she got custody of my oldest daughter, but it's like that's hurtful. You know what I mean? I hurt a lot. And it took a lot out of me. That's kind of like another main reason why I ain't really been doing a lot of things, because I'm just dealing with that personally. You know what I mean? And it just, I don't want to say I was like depressed, but I've been down about that. You know what I mean? And I'm just the past couple months. You know what I mean? Like being able to deal with. I had my oldest daughter, as much as she means to me. You know what I mean? And how much as I feel as though she needs me. Because I feel like I'm honest to have it easier than when I have it. When she with me. You know, like now she probably not in school like she need to be as much as she did. I'm trying to get my daughter Ritalin. You know what I mean? Like it's just personal things I am for anybody. You know what I mean? But you know, trying to get my daughter Ritalin and you know stuff like that. You know what I mean? And she's just getting older now. You know what I mean? And you know, just going through her first girl things and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you know, it's been I know she's going through a tough time. You know what I mean? But I just felt like like they just did whatever to try to throw me away and try to throw me in jail for real. They tried to get me buried. They didn't care about my life and my freedom. You know,
right.
When they was making these accusations. But my youngest daughter wasn't going for that stuff because she knew what it really was, you know what I mean? And
right.
she kind of what really saved me, her, and it's just the fact that they told, my oldest daughter told so many lies and so many details that they was like, hold up, this is not true. Talking about I done drove 100 miles an hour while shooting at somebody. Who drives 100 miles an hour while shooting at somebody? You know what I mean?
Somebody that they don't want to hit.
It's basically somebody who's being a punk. And even if it was, you're going to shoot at somebody like going 100 miles an hour, it wouldn't be in the city because there's no room to drive 100 miles an hour in the city. So if I'm shooting at somebody 100 miles an hour, it's probably on the highway. And I don't think anybody's out there on the highway with any money for me. In all actuality. So yeah,
That's crazy though.
That's just kind of like what kind of stuff I've been going through, you know what I mean? And that really kind of took a toll on me for real, man.
Well, I mean, like I said, that's understandable. That's why, like I said, when I, we had talked a few times, and when you was like, I'm just gonna back away, I was like, all right, I gotta do what I gotta do, and you was like, I know, I understand.
Right, absolutely.
You know,
I don't want to hold anybody else up, you know what I mean, and doing what they gotta do, and moving forward and progressing and stuff like that. Especially if I'm going through different things, or I'm changing my my focus on all the things that I'm doing and stuff like that.
So the song that we played, is that like something that's recent that you've done?
That's something that I did last year, you know what I mean, and something that I kind of kept hitting from people and stuff like that. I got a lot of songs that's unreleased, you know what I mean, that. I'm just waiting to the right time to drop, you know what I mean, to like when my team ready to stand behind it, or when the promo game is ready for it, you know what I mean, or the time is ready for to shoot the video for it, you know what I mean, and things like that. So
yeah,
we ready, we got music ready, and we actually want to continue to start making some more music and stuff like that because we love music. I'm always gonna make music, and I love music, but I'm not looking to
jump right
to put my all my
right.
money and all this shit like
Right.
into it like that anymore. I'm not. So I'm just gonna put a decent effort into all of it, like dropping the video for it, you know what I mean, promoting it on my IG. If any of my friends and things like that want to support it, then you guys can go ahead and share and support it. And yeah, I mean, like, and if something bite on it, then I'm gonna continue. If I see that it's a really high demand for it, you know what I mean, then I'm gonna push it even harder.
Right.
The response depends on the amount of money and the amount of time and energy that I put onto it.
Because like I said, I seen where you posted. Like I said, it was a video. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it was recent. If it was a recent video that you had posted, or if it was something that you
For me
shot
riding the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I recently did probably like 2 months ago. Like 2 months ago. Yeah, because I was just, like I want to get back into doing, videos more often. I want to be more consistent, like dropping the video like every month, like twice a month,
Right.
like that, you know what I mean? And just because I love it, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure like somebody going bite into it, you know what I mean? I will be able to tell by the views and the interactions, like
Right.
how much people really mess with it, and then I'll decide then, you know what I mean, how much energy, effort, and how much, budget I'm gonna put into it. at the
Right.
time, so.
Because like I said, like song, I was like that. To me, that is 3D. Because like I said, it was upbeat. It was it was. How can I say this?
Reintroduction. Let's see, reintroduction.
No, it's because like to what I call today's music, what's being played today. I really don't vibe with it. The beats do. I love the beats.
Dope, yeah.
But you always are saying something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
So you're saying something on these beats that are really popular today. Whereas there's a lot of music that the beats are hard, and I'm like, what are they talking about? What are they saying? What, like, that makes no sense. And I've actually seen arguments online where it's like, the lyrics don't matter. To who? Since when do lyrics don't matter?
I know. I mean,
I think
people think like the cadence and like the vibe means a lot, which it does. I mean, but a lot of people want to hear people talking about things and laugh, and it makes sense, and people can understand and kind of vibe with it. You know what I mean? So Some songs gonna hit, some songs gonna miss. There's some stupid ass songs out here that's pop out now. So.
And I've had people, I don't remember what it was. It was some song. And I was like, what is this? They were like, yo, this is, yeah. And I was like,
This
And I was like, well, they were like, the beat's hard. I said, the beat's hard. Didn't say the beat's hard, but then they're not, like, the song's trash.
Right.
Like, yo, you just don't, and yeah, I don't, and I don't have to.
That's somebody like me get on there like, that should have been my song. I should have said that.
Right. So, did you find a beat or something for him? Because I know we got off track talking again, but yeah, he just.
I always got beats lined up. I wish he would tell me something that he wants.
They don't matter to me for real. Just give me whatever you think is hot right now.
You heard him do the Cotton Eye Joe, so yeah.
I'll take that right there. What we do is right, man. What we do is wrong. Same shit every day. I'ma sing a song. If they feel like it, tell them you can sing along. If you got no blunt with you, go ahead and bring a bomb. I'ma throw it like it's 4th and long. Here we go, B-O-M-B, drop a bomb. Nuclear every time, yo, this shit atomic. Go ahead, you can quit, yo, with all the nonsense. You ain't even gotta recognize, got a problem, anybody better go and check them guys, yo. They can get, yo, they can get extra fried, crispy fried, yo, anytime, nigga, we can pick it. Yeah, that was any day, Let me know, yo, anytime, yo, how they play, Hit me on the phone, man, that's the number. Put them to sleep, Z's, they gon' catch a slumber. Yeah, bars, I'ma spit it actually happen. Yo, that's how it had to happen. Freestyle, that was up the dome. Do it outside or up in my home. I've been thinking about a couple things that was lately. How people try to play me, how they try to hate me. But nah, man, I ain't gonna say no names. They will never come to me, never play them games. Know exactly who the fuck they is. B.I. know that 3D always about the biz. Duck, take roped up with your kids. If you get dug, well, I guess you did. Know some lyricists. Yo, trying to stay in spirit, bitch. Yo, the rock, the owl. I said the owl, yo, I'm clearing it. I got some little hype right now. Tell the nigga better chill, better pipe right down. I ain't gonna say that. we don't play that. Cause 3D, yo, I ain't how I used to be. I swear to God, I guess these niggas, they ain't used to me. They don't get the money, ain't used to G's. Yo, I'm too loyal for you to use to me. Yo, I'm trying to talk to him. Kneecap gone, bet he won't walk with him. That was it. What's up, man, real quick. I had to get
stuff on his mind.
Yo, give me another beat and see what we got next beat, yo. Give me something else, yo. Switch that up real quick. Let's see what we got, man. I'm with it, man. Let's go for it, man. Okay.
Some Kevin Diggs.
I know she like that Kevin Diggs, so I think this is
You already know.
I don't even know what this is. Yo, give me some volume on that, though. Yo, I came up the basement, yo, the track I'ma lace it. I swear to God, yo, they gon' hate it, Number one, who they debating? Like a tie, yo, I'm the deflated, I never sit in line, I ain't with all of the waiting, I heard Nick Cannon drop a diss song, yo, on Eminem. I was thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is, yo, what's wrong with him? He must be stupid, he must be wildin' out. He had the NBA game 5 shot, he was fouling out. Hit the ref, yo, the referee. I'm in the game, nigga, yo, just let me be. I'ma get the work, get the code, nigga, guaranteed that a nigga read. Yo, I need a nigga couple G's. Half D, you the OZs. Yo, take it up to the whole keys. Yo, they don't know about that. Couple things I ain't gonna speak on. Yo, I swear to God, yo, I can rap for days and weeks on. Shit too easy. WD-40, yo, too greasy. Please keep up, yo, don't leave me. I be taking my time. Heard niggas telling, dropping them dimes. Yo, 180, stay in the line. Ooh, I be taking my time. Say the same word. I don't never smoke the same herb. Yo, I remember times I was broke, nigga, in the hood. Had to sit on the curb. Down the hill, niggas on 5. Swear to God, my niggas so alive. Yo, it's like jumping out the plane with no parachute. That was suicide. Who am I? Yo, with them fluent rhymes. Yo, guaranteed, yo, I'm always almost do it time. I swear that I stutter. Get the money, I get the butter. 3D, nigga, that's no other. Duct tape, rope, rap with your mother. Here you go, y'all both on the covers. Yeah, you know they can smother. Yo, give me another beat. What else we got, y'all? Let's go for real. You're playing with it, you know what I mean? Yeah, we got a little bit of time. Yeah. I'm get down on the floor.
No.
Yo, watch how I kick it. Watch her get shorty, yo, she gonna lick it. Swear to God, time in the wrist, it was ticking. Matter of fact, yo, this nigga so gifted. Swear to God, yo, did this shit when it was Christmas. Yo, matter of fact, you know I just been there. Yo, where the fuck these niggas done been at? Yo, nigga, I will never go witness. Never be snitches. Niggas will never be bitches. Niggas, I see your girl, she like. Yo, I just be taking my time. Swear to God, nigga, don't tell the police, yo, we dropping no dimes, yo. Y'all got me tripping right now, yo. I'm trying to get serious, y'all got me laughing this shit. For real shit, yo, I got y'all right here. Matter of fact, the drink is gone. That was the paint. Yo, nigga, that what they think. General, yo, on the. And that's what I rank. General, I'm not subliminal, yo. I swear to God, don't be subliminals. Matter of fact, yo, we selling the minerals. Every day on the street, we was some criminals. Got some niggas, yo, then they got locked up. Damn, then they got popped up. Nigga. So on the corner, cops used to watch us. Yeah, we were just selling them pills. Now we got some deals. We think about bills, yo. I tell everybody to chill. Yo, it's been a while since I rap. Nigga, been a while since I've been back. And yo, Till think I'm all of that. Yo, I speak facts. Niggas don't tell them the truth. Stay in school, tell them the youth. Fuck around, they get the boot. Timberland, smacking the nigga like Wimbledon. Knocking the door, tell the Letterman. Yo, I need to be on Letterman. Yo, that's in the show though. These niggas, yo, they got no glow. Yo, you ain't even know though. And I don't even rock the polo. Yo, I rock the basic. I take the beat and I lace it. Leave it gone, that's with no traces. Take a look, they gotta face it. They need a facelift. Yo, I don't need makeup. Yo, true, this shit no makeup. Yo, sleep, better wake up. What's up, the Twan? Yo, shout out to Miss Lisa. Yo, I just been living some time like the Tower of Pisa. Yo, either one, I say either or. Then again, you're forevermore. Nigga trying to fuck, yo, you did declare war? Yo, this ain't no Vegas. Big money, nigga couldn't break us. Yo, why they God, they gon' hate us. Yo, ties couldn't, yo, deflate us. Yo, nigga had to just stand up. Her nigga, yo, try to cop on to a charge. Nigga, I tell him man up. Nigga, swear to God, that we be doing things right now. Niggas couldn't stand us. Nigga talking about the money, yo, right now. Yeah, I demand bucks. Yo, I need it, nigga. Yo, succeed, nigga. Guaranteed. Ooh, yo. Like, go ahead, let me stand up. Nigga had to go and get it on my feet. Swear to God, I'm getting on the beat. Tell you something, can't say that cause I got a girl. Swear to God, shorty, that's my world. Matter of fact, yo, every now she probably give me a nut, nigga, like a squirrel. Yeah, and I'ma say that. No games, nigga, I don't play that. Nigga, do my thing since way back. Yo, where I stay at? Yo, check the facts, nigga. I've been living out in the county, but still coming to the city, hunting dumb ass down, nigga, like a bounty. We real niggas come surround me. I need real niggas come to crowd. Swear to God, and I fucked up. Swear to God, yo, only nigga came for the hood and just lucked up. Yo, I go down the way today, yo, the niggas still doing the same stuff, like getting knocked by the police. Swear to God, they don't know me. Yo, I never got a fucking quarter, nigga. Yo, I told the nigga I want the whole key. I mean, the 36, nigga, that's the number. Tell me that's it. Let me chill. I'm getting a little too hurt right now.
Got some stuff.
Yeah, I got to get back into doing a little bit more. I ain't been rap. That's my first time in a while, yeah. Yeah, I had a little bit on my mind, yeah, man. I want to get up my chest real quick. I got to start get back to the freestyle because I ain't really been rapping like that for real. I mean, I've been doing like family stuff, you know what I mean, and working on the bills and, you know, kind of, I've been doing some radio stuff and kind of a little bit of research we're doing, but not like I really want to do and I love to do, so. This interview right here is going to be the motivation right here for me to get back to what I love. That's what I really appreciate it, Ms. Lisa.
Of course, of course. So you made mention of this little diss that Nick Cannon did.
Yeah, I did.
What do you like? What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts was that like they was gnawing at him and like they were kind of playing with him to try to get him to come on to Wild 'N Out show, which I don't think Eminem was going to do because I feel like the beef with him is like a little too far, you know, to like where you gonna like come try and interact with the guy or something like that, you know what I mean? Like he fucked that nigga wife and we didn't know where I carry. You know what I mean? Like what can him? You know what I mean? Like I don't wanna come to your show, nigga, like you mad cause you know he had relations with his wife and you know prior. Like you can't get mad about somebody having relations with your wife prior, even though he may have said something, you know what I mean? But I just feel like he ain't gonna really come to the show or
Well, I
respond.
mean-
He's not gonna respond to him for real because it's lyrically it's not worth it to him.
Right.
And he kind of know like Nick and them, they kind of playing. He had it, and then like it could have just been Nick Cannon with it. You had to draw all the other guys into it too. Also, like you know, you got Charlie Clips in there, you got Hitman Howl in there, you got Conceited in there, which are all great lyricists and they battle raps and stuff like that. But you don't bring the bell to your beef. I mean, between you and somebody else, that's how I feel. And,
Well-
and the other guys that they got on the song, they should feel like suckers because. Like, you don't go jump on nobody else's beef, nigga. That's that nigga beef. Don't jump on that nigga beef, bro. That's sucker shit. I mean, like,
Well, like for
this
me,
white boy? Y'all gotta jump a white boy? Come on,
like for me,
could just be one of y'all for real, man. Like, you get to see they had, you know, something ball for ball, you know what I mean? But I just felt like the whole thing was just like a gimmick, you know, trying to get Eminem on the show or
Well,
trying to
he
get some response out of him.
he even said that on T.I.'s podcast Expeditiously. He said that he wanted Eminem to come on the show, like because he even admitted he's like, I can't out rap you. He said, but I can beat your ass. And I was like, no, I don't think you can do that either.
Probably be a good fight. I think Nick Cannon can beat Eminem in the fight, to be honest with you, but I know I feel like.
But I think,
I mean, look, Nick, they've been working out a little bit. He got a little, you know what I mean? Little GNC vitamins up in them and shit, you know what I mean? Pop a little iron, you know, buy a little fucking surgery, bro. But yeah, I think he could probably keep Eminem on the fight, but I just, I feel like, he just upset because Eminem won't respond in the manner that he wants Eminem to respond in, you know what I mean? Which is the way niggas respond to shit, you know what I mean? Like
everybody.
And they're not just niggas per se, but also broke people respond, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, he worth more money than what Nick Cannon worth, I mean? You gotta respond to him, like, what do you respond to him
for one
man?
thing, M is not the same person that he used to be. You know,
Right.
he's been sober for I can't remember how many years now.
Probably about 10 years now.
It's more than that, but he's not the same person. And it's like everybody keeps coming at him. You know, it's almost like when you got somebody who has been out here and has got that reputation of just, coming at people, battling, whatever.
Right.
And then he's like, okay, real life stuff happens. I'm just gonna back off. I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna be, I'm sure he's probably doing stuff behind the scenes. He may not have to ever work again, depending on his royalties from, and everything.
Well, Nick Cannon or Eminem?
Oh,
absolutely. He can start working right now.
But now everybody's like,
worth
okay,
about 50 mil right now. Like,
all right, they
60 mil.
keep poking at the bear, and Nick Cannon's trying to poke at him to try and get him to respond to, lyrically like he did with MGK. He's trying to get him to respond like he did on his album Kamikaze. And then when he did respond on Kamikaze, everybody has something to say about that too.
I mean, but I feel like he kind of responded to MGK because he felt like MGK was a threat more lyrically to him than more than Nick Cannon was, because I mean, like, it was personal, but the issue that they had, like, that's your wife, they had an issue with like somebody, the female.
But that was how many years ago?
But I mean, but still, it's still the personal issue.
Yeah, but it's,
I mean, kind of way about, and Eminem said what he said in the song about her. I guess because he felt some way about them getting together, or the way that she treated him while they were when they were messing with each other.
Well, I think what really kind of sparked it all off again was the fact that that verse on Fat Joe's song that M made, that it was a little jab. It was not it was just a little jab.
It said somebody's name, then you got to deal with that shit,
right?
Man.
But and that's why M went to Twitter and was like, because when he made the allegations about something about the chauffeur having a video, he was like, I've never had a chauffeur. Now you're making my gardener jealous. You owe me an apology, Nicholas. Clearly Eminem's, and like you said, Eminem is probably in the mindset that Nick Cannon he's a clown.
He's not a threat to him lyrically. He's not. Nick does a show, Wildin' Out, funny show. You know what I mean? And as far as the music shit, when he rap, he doesn't play games. So I don't really expect him to respond back to him.
I don't.
And if he does, he's gonna kill all that shit. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's just an imitation. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so.
I listened the first one, The Invitation, where it was Nick Cannon, and then it was Hitman Holler, and then it was Charlie Clips.
Yeah.
Well, I listened to Nick Cannon, and it was like, oh God, this is horrible. And then I heard Hitman. I already know how Hitman is.
Yeah, Hitman.
Hitman.
Hard.
Yeah.
Charlie Clifton.
When as soon as I got, I was like, you know what? I'm turning this off
You
because
trying to turn it off on Charlie?
yes, because at the
Charlie
end of the
fucking
day,
rock that
no,
shit,
listen.
though.
At the end of the day, at the end of the
Charlie?
day, no, at the
Charlie? Nigga, Charlie?
at the end of the day, it's not their beef.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, it's not cool. Like, when you got beef with somebody, you get that shit personal between y'all two. You know what I mean? Not trying to.
They don't
relate
have
to
a
y'all
beef with M.
Yeah, they don't. That's
They-
that's stuff and shit to try to jump into. It's just
but-
it's for clout. You know what
okay.
I mean? It's just trying to
If Nick
antagonize
Cannon,
him. You know what I mean?
Nick Cannon, because I seen somebody say this, and one of the guys, I think it was Danger, said, if Nick Cannon is paying my salary, you damn right I'm getting on that song, because Nick Cannon is my boss, and that's the mentality. But then again, you
It's
know,
true, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, like people,
Yeah.
you can't let money control you. You know, a lot of people let money control them and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's the problem with a lot of people in the game, and like why people get done dirty or and fucked up shit out here because everybody worry about the dollar sign and shit like that. You know what I mean? And you don't realize that you can also be a good person and stay solid and still get that same dollar, if not more. If you stay solid, remain true to yourself and your beliefs and you know what I mean, your fucking ethics.
right.
You know what I mean? And that's the problem these days.
But
I think it's one of the problems. You know,
I
people willing to do anything for a dollar, clout chasing, faking their death, fake getting shot, fake beefing. You know what I mean? And you know all the fucking stunts and publicity things they be doing and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's why the game is just kind of, I don't want to say it's fake, you know what I mean, but a portion of it is, you know what I mean, because people ain't doing this shit for real and from the heart. You know what I mean? People doing this for capital, for gain. You know what I mean?
well,
Which that shit will come natural if you're in position.
it's almost like when I see people online talking about people hating on them, and I'm like, who hating on you? Like you know,
I
I'm
want
like,
that shit too. Like, yeah.
I mean, like, who's hating? Like I don't understand. Like, I've never understood this. I've never understood this.
People do be saying that shit.
When somebody's like, don't ask me how I feel about your song if you don't want to hear the truth, because you're just gonna get that. You're gonna get nothing but the truth from me. If I don't like your song, but I'm gonna tell you that I don't like your song, but I'm gonna tell you why I don't like your song.
Right, and try to help you out, get a little
Right, be like, well, I don't like the way you flowed on it. Like I don't know. It was like
all over the place a little
Yeah,
bit,
like, I don't-
beat or whatever.
right. Like I don't know. Maybe that beat was just not good for your song, or maybe you know whatever the case may be. I always give that constructive criticism, but I've had people say something about me hating on something. I'm like, how can I hate on a rap? Like, how can I hate on a rapper? I don't rap. Like, how can I hate on some? I don't hate on anybody. I'm not envious or jealous of anybody. That's why I said, like, especially with like the photography.
Yeah.
Nobody does what I do.
Right, I've never seen any problem with anybody that was taking pictures up there on the floor at big shows that you were at.
I don't like you do what you do. When I post up 1,000 pictures
Ooh,
and you post up
bless your heart.
like 20 pictures.
Nigga, I will narrow those down to 100.
Oh no, you know I
100.
can't do that.
Fucking 10 I'm gonna be edited.
But you know, nobody does what I do. Nobody takes pictures of the first artist all the way to the last artist. Nobody does, and I you know that's why there's no competition for me. I don't consider anybody competition for me, and I'm not competition for anybody else.
Thanks.
But when you come into this, it's like they have the mentality. Rappers always have to be, well, I'm better than who says that you're better than that person? Oh, I'm better than them. In your mind, in your homeboy's mind, because guess what? Maybe I don't like your style of rap, but I like their style of rap. It has nothing to do. It's my personal opinion and what I like. Oh, you just hating. Hating?
I mean, I think some people are better than other people, I mean, in certain aspects. When I say, like, I think somebody's better than somebody in rapping, like, I think somebody can actually rap better than you, that's a fact. If I say somebody is actually getting more money than you in rap or making more of a buzz and more of an impact than you in rap, regardless of how much you spit and you think you're talented, that's a fact. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, son, people have a hard time these days of dealing with the fact. You know what I mean? And they do call those things hitting and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's rap. You know what I mean? Like, you guys gotta accept what you can do, what you're good at, and what you need to work on. You know what I mean? That's a problem with a lot of people. You know what I mean? But you know, these days, people, the way they get constructive criticism, some people are good, but the majority of people these days are not good with constructive criticism. The way that they give it, the tone that they give it to, and the manner that they say it in. And I mean a lot. I mean, like, cause nobody want to hear nobody just like feeling like they
Well,
kind of getting bashed. You know
And
what
it's
I mean?
also hard to take constructive criticism when 10 of your homeboys are telling you, yo, that's hard, that's hot. And it's straight garbage because your homeboys
Yeah, it should be
are
telling
just
you-
yes men.
Yeah, you shouldn't have that.
Right.
I don't want nobody around me that's gonna be yes man and just gonna tell me. And I have some of the people in my home like, yo, that's not it, man. Like, man, I don't like it like that. I mean, and maybe later on they may have liked it, or maybe later on I may have scrapped it or not really pushed that song like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I always respect it, man. Like that person that says like they don't really like it like that. Depending on the way they say it, like, man. I want nobody to be like, man, that's bullshit. That fuck dumbass shit, man. Yo, that song, that ain't one of your best songs. Like, man, I don't really like that. You know what I mean? I think you could do better than that, or I think you could do something different. You know what I mean? Like, I can respect the man that you said that. You know what I mean? But
I was at
nobody wants them to come at them crazy. I mean, the way that they talking to them, I don't give a fuck.
I was at Hellarello's 23 Studio 23 when it was down on, what was it?
Red Street.
Redwood? Was it Redwood?
Redwood, yeah.
And I went down there because I wanted to talk to him about some things. And I went downstairs where the studio was. And Tay was down there because Tay was running the studio, his brother. So there was a guy that was in the booth, and he was, he was spitting a verse. So Tay was like, "Ma, I want you to listen to this." I was like, "Oh, why you gonna make me do this?" Because everybody knows that I have to be. I cannot lie. I cannot do it. So I listened to the verse, and I looked at him, and I said, "You sound like you don't even want to be rapping."
Sheesh.
He sounded like he just did not want to be there. So they made him go back in there, and he did it again.
A little better?
The third time was it. I was like, yes, that's the one, because his energy was up, and he was, you know what I mean? Right. Because the first one, it was his first. I said, that's your first take. He was like, yeah. I said, oh, okay. Because to be honest, you really sound like you just did not want to be there. Because he just had no motivation, had no energy. Right. And a couple times you have to get your energy up, for this, because it was like a kind of an upbeat song.
I mean, yeah,
and so, like I said, that third time, I said, that's the one. That's it right there. So, but that's just, I mean, I don't try to hurt anybody's feelings. I've had artists like send me songs and be like, listen to this. I'll be like, oh man. And I'll be like, okay. When you're coming into the hook, it sounds like you're trying to do too many words, like you're trying to push the words in there. I said,
a lot of people do. A lot of guys do kind of do that a little bit. Like these days, like the younger guys, like they try to run their words like, I could do something, but I got but I just you the one that gets up with like, nigga, you can't spit that actually at a show, nigga. You go to a show, try to actually perform that shit, and say,
you're gonna be out of breath.
You're gonna be fucking turning blue, my nigga. I mean, so I got told, like, Steven Spielberg told me from Spielberg Studios, so the E-Bands. He said, if you can't spit that shit at the show, or if you can't spit that shit one take through, then you shouldn't even bother writing it, or bother doing it. If you can't actually spit it like that, regardless of spit good, you shouldn't even bother doing it.
And that, and that's like I had told him, I was like, me personally, I would have just took this, this out and said this. I said, try, but it's your song. You do what you want to do with it. And I don't think he ever released that song. It's actually a really good song. Right. And then he kind of really wasn't doing too much anyway. But then, like I said, I kind of lost communication with that person. Right. So I don't know exactly what he did. Like I said, it was a really good song. And that's another thing. That's another thing with me. You can I can really like your music, but not like you.
Sure. There's some people I don't.
Right.
That's what
but they're good. But they're good artists.
Good. I mean,
yeah.
That's the thing. I'm never hating nobody. I mean, I feel like I'll never hate nobody because if you do good work or you good at what you're doing, or people fuck with you like that with vacation. I mean, I can recognize that. I mean,
right.
I'd be okay with that. And still not like you, or still not want to. Not necessarily not like you, but not deal with you. I mean, I just feel like everybody ain't for me. I mean, and I realized that. Growing up and coming up in this game, I used to have a problem with, like, damn, why a person don't like me, or what I do to this person, something like that. But I realized that, some people ain't ready to, ain't ready for a person
Right.
of my magnitude. I mean, not to be cocky or narcissistic about anything like that. You know what I mean? But I feel like I have good energy. You know what I mean? I always try to be the best person I can be every day, regardless of what I got going on, regardless of anybody else got going on, and try to shed light and try to spread the energy to other people, lives or a day. You know what I mean? And I'm secure and I'm sure about who I am and what I can do. You know what I mean? And a lot of people ain't cool with that. You know what I mean? A lot of people ain't cool with that. And a lot of people, like, it ain't for a lot of people. Like I've seen people who just so negative that just don't like. They just hate the fact that I'm positive, or they hate the fact that I'm looking at things optimistically, or things, you know what I mean, from a certain light. You know what I mean? And trying to get the best out of whatever situation it is, whether it's bad or good. You know what I mean? They don't like it. They hate me. They don't like me just because of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is that.
That's just a reflection.
I realize that I don't need to be.
That's just a reflection of them. That's all. That's
It is,
basically
but
what
I mean,
it
let me
is.
know that I need to fall back. I mean,
Right.
and start watching those who I'm around, and start being able to read certain people. You know what I mean? And
And that's like I said, you've always, like, every show that we've been at, it's always been, I've always seen you smiling, positive energy, just happy-go-lucky, just, and everything. So that's the person that, like I said, some people can't be like that. Like, I can't be happy all the time. I fake it a lot at work. I'm smiling at these people, hi, good morning, how you doing? And inside I'm like, I just want to just go and lay in my bed forever and not get up. Because I do suffer from a major depressive disorder. And I don't take any medication except for my vape pen. And
you hit one right now?
but
I might have one.
but it's when I'm at these shows and I see people like you and a few other people that they smile and their energy, and so they hug me, so that energy hits me and I'm good, you know what I mean?
Right.
So some people, they don't understand that. They don't understand how you can be so happy. Like I seen a meme where people would be jealous over your life, but don't realize what you're going through. I've had people tell me, I had a female tell me she was jealous of my life because I had a house and she was still living with her mother, and I had 2 cars, and I had I had all this. I'm like, do you not realize what I go through daily to deal with? At the time I was living on Kimball, and I had I think I had my Cadillac. I think I had my Cadillac and my Infinity. They weren't brand new cars.
I got you from here to there.
But jealous of what I had and did not realize all that I struggle with.
Right.
Jealous of me while you're living with your mother who does everything for you. You're not even paying hardly any bills. I got bills to pay. I got to make sure I pay the BG&E so my lights don't get cut off. I ain't got nobody helping me, but you jealous of me? People are crazy. So it might be, like I said, the reason why they don't like you is because they wish they could be like you. Not be you, but be like you. Be upbeat. Be, see, like I said, like me, people, y'all have said it. People come up to me, hug me, and, I see the faces in the crowds when everybody is making their way to the front of the stage where I'm at to hey, and hug me and everything
I
else.
seen the meme that says people will hate you for the way that other people love you.
Yes.
That meant a lot to me too, because I feel like that's a lot of reason why I was, going through a lot of things I was going through. As far as musically and as far as business wise in the music industry, because people just really wanted to, get around me, to get the love that I was getting, or
Right.
try to do things I was doing and get the response that I was getting at the time, but not realizing that the formula wasn't about the things I was doing, it's about the character of who I was.
Right.
And that's what made them upset. And they were like, damn, I'm not doing it, or I'm not, doing it at this level or getting the love that he getting back. Is because you're not who the fuck I was. You know what I mean? Or doing it, or being genuine like I was being genuine. And that's what I pride myself on, you know what I mean? And that's what, that's what helped me to get to where I was at.
Genuine people recognize genuine people. Always. So, when So, you know, when and that's like I said, that's why like I'm at, like I said, I turned 49 last Saturday. I turned 49 last Saturday. Never thought I was going to make it this far in life. I even made a post about it. You know, I'm very transparent. If people don't like what I write, please delete me. I don't need your commentary. Just delete me. You could scroll past anything that I write. I write my truth. I live in my truth.
That drama going on Facebook. I was in DC and I had to scroll on my shit. I see some shit about, you know, you talking about a nigga that just got married. And
no, he's engaged.
Engaged or whatever. I mean, engaged. I was like, damn.
But I live in my
truth. How you engaged, bitch? You was just over here.
But I live in my truth.
That's not believing. That's not believing. That can't be believing.
Right, because you know how private I am.
I was like, damn, oh shit.
You know how private I am.
Then that live was like motherfucking 48 minutes long. Like,
I was driving to work.
Nigga had time.
I was driving to work.
Today, I got time. Like, the little white boy do that battle. Like, nigga, you said talking about my flag wasn't like I was sitting on my flag. Well, today, I got time, cuz. I'm like, time, she had time. Oh,
stupid. But I had made a post about how I really didn't think I was gonna make it.
That was the most viewed post you probably had ever. I'm like,
nah, because my post a couple years ago got like 400 comments. It was also controversy.
Well, you deleted it. You ain't allowed that.
Oh, it's not deleted. It's just not
wasn't there for the public to see. If it was there for the public, then it'll probably did the same probably or more.
I need it so when people say, "Oh, I didn't say that," I'd be like, "Oh, really? There you go." But no.
You put it on private.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
I don't delete. I do not delete.
What an asshole that was.
I don't
talk
delete.
about me being bad. I'm not going to delete. I'm going to just say it because somebody talks some shit. Oh, bitch, you think I still got it?
I keep receipts.
That bitch public again.
I keep receipts. Best believe I keep receipts. Okay. But like I said, I suffer from depression, and I'm very candid about that because when I talk about it, I have my inbox blow up with people who are suffering as well.
Right.
That drama situation, people in my inbox, same thing, saying how, you know, because I basically had the balls to do something that they didn't have to do, that they couldn't do.
You got balls?
Shut up.
Oh shit.
But yeah, so.
Trying your loud and have balls.
You know what I mean.
You guys are sick here. Fucking power 44.
4.4.
Hey, I'm sorry, I see the dot.
Yeah, it's the dot right there.
Okay, 4.4. You guys are fucking
So.
sick. Let this lady here with balls like that.
See, that's why people don't like you.
Fucking ball support.
That's why people don't like you.
I'm sure. That's why I'm gonna continue to be mad. As long as those people don't say shit, I'm fine with that.
Right. So what's next for you for 3D?
I'm probably getting ready to go home, let the shit out my girl.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about music-wise. Right. You see her face? He said that. Look, she's like, no kisses for you on that one. No.
I know.
He'll have you on his stories later on. Sometimes look, the look she be giving you sometimes, I'll be like, she gonna get him. She gonna smack him.
And she probably got me already for that.
But I'm talking about musically. Like I know that. You know,
yeah, just more videos, consistent videos. Like me and Mouse getting ready to work on a new video coming up. We got songs already on deck right now that we already done, completed already. Most of them already probably mixed down already, if not on the process.
We're gonna see you back on stage.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna start looking for some more shows and actually trying to put together some shows for me and my team and stuff like that, and artists around the city. You know, with like I may include Harbor Radio in that, but I just kind of want to do that for myself right now.
Right.
I got some shows right now. But definitely looking for a new spot for Hardbody Radio area, just more space or maybe somewhere to rent. You know what I mean? Come up like next year, maybe like February, March time. Try to get another spot for the radio stuff. I mean, Skip wrote some stuff. Skip got his stuff back together real good, and just had a kid, but he working really good right now, and so we're gonna start doing things a lot more together more.
Yeah, he got a son now.
Son and 2 daughters now.
Yep.
Lucky bastard. I ain't get a son. But it's all good. My girl got 2 sons, so especially our youngest son. My youngest son loves me like a mother. Like he be rapping now and everything too a little bit. You know what I mean? Our oldest son is great. He play football and everything like that. But you know, our youngest son, you know, touched me. You know what I mean? A little bit. You know what I mean? Touched my heart. So that's dope. So I don't need to get for a son. I know what kids me right now.
All right.
Unless you say so.
He's a mess. But
yeah, that's it. That and this radio and more video. I'm shooting more videos coming up. I got a photography thing coming up. I've been doing that more. Just trying to get back into the spirit of doing that. I've been going through a lot of stuff for her. You know what I mean? And still been kind of doing it, but not as much as I usually do it. You know what I mean? But
well, I mean, like I said, it's life. Life happens. I mean, life's happening. Like life happens for everybody. I got 4 grandchildren living in my house right now. So, but yeah. So, well, I thank you for coming through and entertaining us. And
thank you for having me. You know what I mean? I'm glad nobody called me with no crazy questions because I would have answered that shit. You know what I mean? No matter what it would have been. You know what I mean? Who
I know.
About,
Ain't nobody. So you know what's gonna happen.
Let me say this real quick. I mean, everybody who they say they is. You know what I mean? And everybody's styles make it seem. You know what I mean? And you gotta watch people overall, you know what I mean? And do what's best for you first and foremost, you know what I mean? Especially in this business tip. Do what's best for you on business, you know what I mean? Don't do no deal unless you're comfortable with it, unless you profiting from it, unless you in a good position and you benefiting from it. And make sure you good first and foremost. The friendship stuff can come second, you know what I mean? All that kicking in and all that extra stuff comes second. Make sure anything you're into, you're doing it and you straight and you're not taking the L.
And that is some advice from 3D.
Yeah. Thank you, Lisa, for having me, man. Twan, man, appreciate y'all. Love what y'all doing here, man. Power 4.4 radio, man. Big salute. I appreciate it.
All right. So, it comes to a close of another show. My show's been on air for 3 years.
I know.
3 years. I'm doing something right. So, next week, I have C-Love. He actually is battling tomorrow at Lounge 23 down at Old Town Mall. I can never remember the address. It's 550. 5. You're gonna be able to see it because there's gonna be a lot of people hanging outside.
Oh yeah.
It's from 1 to 6.
You might see a cloud or two out there.
Oh yeah, it's from 1 to 6, but it was suggested to get there by 12 so you can park and lot pimp. And the first battle is supposed to start at 1:30.
Man, shout out C-Love, man. He been doing this thing up there, bro. I want to turn up on him.
So definitely, he's gonna be here next week, and then I don't know what's going on the week after that. Christmas is coming up, so who knows? So thank you all for tuning in for our radio. Radio. See, I'm tired. On Power 4.4 Radio, Facebook Live, on the actual 365 Live app. And on the Baltimore Paparazzi YouTube channel, where, as always, this is my little sign thing. As always, you can watch all the interviews from the past and future right there, streaming live, unedited. I don't do all that editing stuff.
Uncut.
I don't have the patience
uppercut,
to do all that stuff. It was suggested.
DDT.
I told the person that suggested me editing and doing like a podcast kind of thing with bells and whistles and all that stuff. I said, well, you
Kiss
do it.
my ass.
No, I told him you do it. He said, when I get a team. I said, whatever. So, I will see you all next week.
I feel like some of it's good raw. You know what I mean? Like, everybody don't want to see the edited stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I don't want to do anything that anybody else is doing. Nobody understands this. After 3 years, nobody understands that I do not want to do my show like everybody else.
I mean, everything that you have to be like, it's gonna be different. I mean, but some things it's good to have a certain way, man.
People don't understand that. People don't understand that. Just last year, I interviewed Jay Stone, who was Nipsey Hussle's friend at Hardbody Radio.
Oh, I was there.
I know.
I remember
Judah Priest.
Remember they came to the studio? Remember they came inside the studio? It was like, who does spit like that? Yeah, that was love. That was love. That was big love.
Right.
Yeah, I appreciate the interview and everything like that. You know what I mean? And paparazzi been doing their thing. You know what I mean? Showing a lot of support to the city for our photography, as far as you know what I mean. You know, helping artists getting shows and just anything. Like, a lot of things. Just photography. You know what I mean? Radio. So I appreciate it, man. Shout out Twan, Power 4.4 Radio, man. Hard Body Radio, man. Shout out everybody, man, that been tuning in. We love y'all.
All right, so I will see y'all next week. Y'all be safe.
Yes, for sure.